after my husband left me. The internet ruined my whole life. He said he'd found a younger model on a thing called Facebooking. He said that, I'll show you this. He said it looked like a little tractor had ploughed across my forehead, like little furrows ploughing across my forehead. So that's not all the internet did. It ruined my PR business as well. I had a really lucrative, very well-known PR business. And the internet came along and it ruined it. Do you know, I have to actually employ someone to manage my Instagram account to keep my PR on trend. I was award-winning. In 1989, I won the Royal Fashion Conversation Political Award. Can you believe it? I was it. And then the internet came along and it ruined everything. I have to do my own nails now. I can't go to those, I've stopped going to those nail bars, you know, where those little Japanese girls come and they ship them in from other countries and they do your nails. I can't go there anymore because I'm saving up for Botox. I'm going to get this all sorted and get myself a man. Because you can't get, I mean, the real reason that I haven't got a man is because you cannot get a facelift on the NHS. So it's all the government's fault. Although I must say, I'm rather delighted by the latest election results. Oh, I do think Boris is such a buffoon. He does make me laugh. Him and Trump, they're cut from the same cloth, I tell you. Very similar people. I'm very excited by the future of this country. But anyway, I've been seeing my therapist twice a week now. I've had to increase it. She's marvellous. I've been seeing her for 12 years now. She really helps me value myself, you know, and really put myself first. And look after my, you know, invest in my mental well-being, my emotional well-being. She really encourages me to do that. So I've decided I'm going to get Botox and I'm saving up for Botox. So I'm having to make some compromises. Meanwhile, I'm using this whale sperm cream just to, you know, keep the tide back, as it were. I found it on the internet. You know, all represents a compromise, but you know, it'll do for now. So I'm having to do things like I don't eat at the prestigious Propeller anymore. You know, that's somewhere that they know my name there, you know, they know what kind of wine I like, they know I like to sit next to the window, and they do, when I come in, they say, oh, hello, Rosemary Ann Winchesterfield. It's really very nice, but I'm having to cut back. I'm just having to cut back. I've managed to save enough for one injection so far, so I'm doing very well. My therapist is very pleased with me. And my Instagram manager, she has been arranging dates for me just to try and lift me up, you know, from this tremendous loneliness I felt after my husband left me for that bitch younger woman. And so she's been doing this thing, something to do swiping left, swiping right. I don't understand it. But anyway, some of the people I've had to meet. Last week, I met with this bloke. He was from Ireland. He had ginger hair and a bald patch. And he took me to this place called Earning a Crust. And there was a buffet. Can you believe it? It was like a jumble sale for food. You had to go and help yourself. There was no one serving you. Can you believe it? Oh, I'd never seen anything like it. Well, I had chicken. Far too many bones in that chicken. Just awful. And then they did actually serve us with pudding, because there was only one pudding, and you'll never guess what it was. Apple pie. I mean, but it wasn't, do you know, it was cold apple pie Well, I took a mouthful and I said, I can't eat this. This is cold apple pie. So I called the waitress person over. I said, excuse me, I can't eat this. It's cold. And do you know what she did? She got a ladle of hot custard and poured it on my cold apple pie to heat up my apple pie. Well, I was just shocked. And I said to this funny little bloke from Ireland, I don't know what his name is, I said to him, I can't eat this, it's cold. I like my apple pie hot. I like it piping hot, you know, and then I like, this is what they do at the prestigious Propeller, then I like a nice scoop of organic, handmade, homemade dairy cream ice cream from Sussex, just to cool it down. They don't have apple pie at prestigious Propeller, but and that's what I like. So I mean, anyway, silly little man fell out with me over apple pie. I mean, who falls out with people over apple pie, for goodness sake? So he really wasn't suitable. And then the other week I went, I met with a rather nice chap. I thought, oh, you're quite nice. He was a marine biologist. I thought, this is better. And he took me to somewhere called The Breadwinner. Well, that's much more my sort of thing. And, well, we had caviar. But they didn't put a sauce on it. Now, when I have caviar, I like to have a sauce because it takes away that sort of eggy, fishy taste. I don't like that eggy, fishy taste that caviar has. So put a sauce on it, nice. So I said to the lady, I called her over, I said, excuse me, there's no sauce on my caviar. Do you know what she did? She brought me some tomato sauce. Oh, I was quite shocked. Well, me and this bloke, I can't even remember his name actually. It just reminded me how low I had sunk. He said, really, because he was a marine biologist, that I should be grateful eating the eggs of fish and that I shouldn't cover them in sauce because you wouldn't be able to taste what the fish had given me. He was a vegetarian. Well, I was shocked. If I want sauce on my caviar, I'll have sauce on my caviar. Thank you very much. So honestly, we fell out as well and I had to walk away. I mean, I had to make my compromises. As my therapist says, you really have to look after yourself. So anyway, it's all representing a compromise at the moment. I'm saving up for Botox and these blokes are having to treat me to eat out, and there's no more prestigious Propeller for me. But my Instagram manager has set up a charity for me. There is a link below that you can click on, and we can do something about this ploughed field that my husband pointed out. Sometimes I can hear the birds singing, waiting for the worms to pull out, because I'm going to get a facelift. And while you can't get one on the NHS, I will eventually get a facelift. But for now, just as a compromise, I'll use this cream because I am quite flexible that way. And then I'll get the Botox, and then eventually I'll get a facelift. And then I should be able to get a decent man who will take me to places like the prestigious Propeller.